everyone, welcome to the B-Side Breakdown. My name is Brett Johnson, and I'm your host. This is episode 55 of a podcast where I talk with other artists, musicians, and songwriters about a song they've written that's meaningful to them, that they want to chat with me about and get deep into the why behind it. But first, they need to give me permission to play the song in its entirety on this episode so you can hear it before we have our chat. All right, so today I'm going to be talking to Tim Andrews from the band Arrows at Dawn about their song, Another Day in Paradise. So let's get into it. Here's Another Day in Paradise by Arrows at Dawn. All right, and that was Another Day in Paradise by Arrows at Dawn. And I have Tim Andrews on the line here to talk with me about the song. Tim, thank you so much for taking some time today to chat with me about the song, the band, and everything about it.
Hey, thanks for having me, Brett. I actually listened to a couple of these today to feel out the vibe. This is really cool what you're doing, man. I really dig what you're doing.
Oh, awesome, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. Um, that's cool. So Why specifically did you want to come along to talk about this song?
it's I think this is a place we all get to in our musical careers, if you will call it that. You do the thing when you're young, you're 18, you're hungry, you got the drive, the time, the energy, and you just write a bunch of loud music, right?
Yep.
And we did that. We made 3 records, and then we took 9 years off, and honestly, I thought we were done. And at the point that, I'd come across your podcast, and you responded, my wife was like, "Well, oh, what song are you gonna pitch?" And I know I came at you with "Hi,"
Hmm.
and I was like, "You know what? I think this song is, like, the perfect, like, front door for who we are." Um, and so, yeah, I thought we'd kinda start there and just kinda talk about, like, how it came to be, and I guess you kinda asked me that when you said, "Hey, why are we here talking about it?" But, yeah, I guess I see it as an opportunity to, we've got some new members in the group, and this is where it all started, but there's new life in here. This song used to be a cemetery, towards the end of the band back in 2017, and now here we are in 2026 with, like, this new energy where it's like we have to do it because we love it too much, you know?
Yeah.
Um, you're a musician yourself.
Yep.
Have you come to this part of life yet?
Um, well, probably had different versions of that. I mean, I think
Yeah.
for me, it's things have just always been ongoing and evolving. Like, it's just one band to the next and one project to the next. And I'm doing file sharing recording with some friends. And oh, now I'm in a world touring tribute band. And then I'm playing just bar
Yep.
gigs with a buddy of mine. And then I'm writing original music again, whatever. So it's just, right.
Yep.
Just
Yep.
as a musician, you just, when you're a writer and you need to do it, you just do it.
Yeah, man. And I think, like for me, I never had that next thing, you know? So it was always just, this is my band and I'm just gonna keep doing it because I have to. Like if I don't, survival feels not likely. So, and not in a super dark, depressing way, but kind of also, you know?
Yeah, totally get it.
But yeah, so yeah, this song, when we recorded it, we were lucky enough to, I think we had a bass player at the time that was like, like Pachyderm Studios is right up the road in Cannon Falls. Like, we should just go there. We did the thing. We called the studio. They happened to, they're like, yeah, we'll work with anyone. Come check it out. And got there. And this song was the first one that we wrote under this name. Is the first official thing for this band. And it's always just felt like, I mean, I know I heard you're from Minneapolis. I'm from Owatonna, about an hour south of Minneapolis,
Sure.
and there's nothing down here, like it's the sticks. And guys from the cities usually, you know, give us that impression like there's nothing down here like this. Um, I'm lucky enough to know that there is. I grew up here, and there's nothing like there's no place to play. And so it becomes this phrase of like, "Hey man, how's it going?" And everyone's like, "Oh, it's another day in paradise." And it's like, that just feels so fucking gross and like heavy and depressing and like you gave up on life before you ever like truly looked up and was like, "Hey, life's actually kind of rad. Like I can do whatever I want." And so I guess at that point, I took that phrase and was like, "Man, I need to just throw this in." I had this personal story going on with like my brother, and not to get too specific, but it just that continuous like betrayal from like someone close to you that it's so routine. I think that's part of the process of how life will like grind people down to like, "Hey, how's it going?" "Oh, another day in paradise." Like
Right.
such a depressing, like heavy, negative thing. And like, I don't know, man. I guess I had the opportunity to combine a little bit of that disdain for like grieving a life never lived with that mentality. And
Yep.
like, what if we just dreamed and kicked the fucking door down and like, said the things that I am told never to say. Like you should never go on Facebook and air your dirty laundry. And I agree with that. But like also, sometimes shit happens and you need a place to put it. And for me, this song is like the first time I really cut open a vein. And yeah, I guess I was happy with what came out.
That's awesome, man. So okay, so let's go back a little bit. So this came
Yeah.
out on the Out of Touch record that came out in 2010. Is that right?
Yep.
All right. And so how okay, when did the band form prior to that?
So the band like initially formed in 2008. um
Okay.
and basically, you get together at the end of August, you practice, practice, practice. It had kind of come, I kind of told you in the email, this band came from the ashes of several other things. For
Okay.
me, this was just one long fucking band. I got asked, I never in my wildest dreams thought I'd be in a band, let alone the singer, the guy fucking pushing this thing uphill. And like, I had a friend just call me one day. He's like, "Hey, I heard you learned how to play guitar." I was from Blooming Prairie originally, a town of like 1,800 people.
Uh-huh.
There's only three kids in town that play guitar, you know?
Sure.
So, like, at the point that you find out who each other are, it's like, okay, it's either him or it's never a possibility until I'm older, maybe. I don't know. So he calls me. I joined his thing. It was called My Dry Eyes, and it was just this weird like emo pop punk cover band.
Okay.
Um, and we just kind of came from that. We went that kind of did its thing for about a year, so like 2006 to '07. From '07 to '08, it became Losing Fight, where we cut 7 out of the 10 songs that initially or rather came out again under the Arrows at Dawn first record, Out of Touch. The only 3 that were written new for the first Arrows record was it was Another Day in Paradise, Ever After, and No Show. Then band, a month before the studio, band breaks up again. It's just me and Phil that are actually on the record from the band. So, what basically happened was I was working at a warehouse. I meet this guy. His name's Phil. He had this riff that is the opening of Another Day in Paradise.
Okay.
He's like, you know what? I wrote this for this other project I was a part of. And the guy kept telling me, like, really good riff, probably never going to use it. And then he never did. And so I come in, I had a friend teach me how to write songs after I told you I joined this other band and kind of just went through it like, oh, now I'm in a band. Oh, now I'm the singer. And like it just kind of slowly kept happening. And so at this point, I'm on this high of just learning how to like write. And so I take this riff and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this for a verse. And then he's like, oh yeah, I like that. And we just kind of kept fleshing it out. He put a guitar part behind it. Next thing you know, I'm like, hey, we should do this for a chorus. And then this for a breakdown. And oh, let's do like a Bon Jovi outro. It's like I keep telling people it reminds me of fucking oh, what's their song on Deadliest Catch? The Wanted Dead or
Oh, sure.
Alive.
Yep.
Yeah, I every time we get to the end of this when we play it live, I'm like, I swear to God, I'm wearing a fucking trench coat, a sombrero, and just like playing an acoustic like that's right, brother. But I don't know. Yeah, that's kind of how the song kind of came to be and like in the simplest story, yeah.
Got it. And so that was sort of but then what's the significance of that song specifically? It was like the first one you wrote
Yep.
as Arrows at Dawn?
Yep. So yes, that was the first one that we wrote officially as Arrows at Dawn.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Awesome.
then it just became like this is kind of like our signature thing is like we love dynamics, heavy riff, quiet verse, very 90s. Yeah, I dig like I'm a very grunge influenced guy.
Sure, sure, sure. No, I mean, you can hear it in it that um the production of it, the song structure of it, the vibe of it, right. I mean, it smacks of a couple things and I'm like, "Oh yeah, I bet you these guys might have listened to these dudes at some point." You know what I mean? Like it doesn't
Yep.
sound like anyone specifically, but at the same time it's like I can pick out maybe a handful of bands you might have listened to. But it's cool.
Cool.
I mean, it's cool,
Thank you.
and I liked what I could get from the lyrics without having them in front of me to read.
Yep.
I mean, I like what you're talking about, and like you said, it's just it kind of in how you tie it into that. You know, I went to the arts high school in Golden Valley, and a buddy of mine's from Owatonna, and he used to call it "Oh What a Towna,"
Yep. Yep.
and so when I think of that and just think of that, another day in paradise, like I totally get it. Like I can see that
Yep.
happening. Like just the dudes I knew from there, and why can't I think of the other name of the town? There's some city by Rochester that I can't think of that's near Owatonna
Oh,
too. Winona, yeah,
oh,
exactly, Winona.
yep. Winona. Yep. Yep.
Uh, and so I've known some people from there, and it was sort of the same thing. And it was just like this. There's this small town Midwestern Minnesota thing that happens
Yep.
there, and I
Yep.
totally identify with that. Well, that's cool, man. So good for y'all for coming back around. So when did
Thank you.
it sounds like things kind of took a hiatus in 2019 when most of the world did. COVID or
Yep.
not intended. I think that just had a huge impact. So then what sort of brought this back around again for you guys?
It was such a weird thing. We played our last show not knowing it was our last show.
Sure.
It was like early June, I think 2017.
Okay.
And so, I remember leaving the show going like, "Hey, I'll see you practice next week." And then you make the call to like, "All right, what day works for you guys?" No one's answering, nobody's calling back. And I like haven't done that song and dance for a long time. You're just kind of like, dude, I can't anymore. I'm so sick of being the corraller. That's kind of where it it ended. I think we were all just so burnt out, chasing stuff so intensely for so long, you just kinda go, "I just need to fucking stop."
Sure.
And, I never remember anyone specifically saying, like, "I quit," or anything like that, but we all just kinda knew.
Got
And
it.
we all talk still, but, we get through COVID, I think I spent 3 years where I'm like, "I'm gonna sell all my gear, I'm fucking done, I never wanted this." I wanted to burn everything down.
I know that.
I think yeah, I think, like, if you do this long at all or long enough, you eventually get there and, like, you start to question things like, "Why did I spend so much time on this? Why did I not go to college? Why did I spend so much money?" Or, whatever it is. I mean, that this record, when we made this song, we went $6,000 over budget, and, like, it was you think about things like that and, like, how you had to come up with that money and, like, being a guy that had just gotten married and, like, had a bunch of wedding money, like, that's how I got it, and it fucking I'm sure if you're married or if you have a relationship, like, that shit weighs on the relationship then, obviously.
For sure.
Um, and in 2020, the world shuts down, and instead of doing just that, quitting and saying, "Fuck this forever," um, I decided once again to revisit, like, no, fuck this attitude, man. Like, another day in fucking paradise. You're gonna become that fucking thing, And just, I had a couple friends that were like, you never stopped writing. Let's start recording and let's just, kind of do what you were saying earlier, like file sharing and recording across the country. And
Yep.
next thing you got 10 fucking songs and you're like, I should probably record some for real. We did, I did something by myself in 2020, did Save Love, which came out, I believe, in 2024. And I just thought that I would kind of do that. And eventually I end up working with a guy from Chile that's like, hey, I heard you used to be in a band. Do you want to play? And I think we started talking about a microphone. Like we were both talking about recording at home. And, next thing you know, it's a Friday night jam that turns into like, holy shit, you're a real drummer. Okay. Then do you want to like do this again? And next thing you know, you're doing it every week and you're just like, should we just say this is what it is? Like we're doing the thing. And at that point, you're just like, fuck it. Let's book a show. Let's do the whole thing. So here we are.
That's awesome. And so when it was you and the drummer that kind of rebooted the whole thing?
Yeah, it was a different drummer. So I've had several drummers.
Sure.
Um, this guy's name is Jared. Um, he he's new as of now. He's never played with us before. But yeah, he just happened to kind of crash land in Austin and ends up working the same day job as me. And here's I used to play, and then he's like, "Hey, we should do this." And like, dude, he's so fucking good. I'm sure you've come across a musician or two that you play with, and you're like, "Whoa, this guy makes me hungry. I want to play more."
Yep.
You know?
Sure. No, that's cool. So then who else is filling out the rest of the band then? So if you're guitar vocals and
Yep.
he's drums, who's is it their old original bass player and second guitarist or who else is in it?
Okay, so originally the second guitarist was Phil Lesniak. He left after the first record, and we auditioned two guys. One guy by the name of Chris, another guy by the name of Matt. Matt got the gig. Matt ends up staying with us for through 2017. Then Matt stays. So now I have Phil and Matt, and we have a new bass player. His name is Chris. He auditioned for Phil's spot. So I went from a spot where I was like, potentially one of these three guys is going to be the guitarist, to now all three of them are in the band in their own lane.
Oh, that's cool. So now we're 2026. The band, the lineup is back together or together, I should say. New and improved version of the band, and here we are. So now, where are you at with? Are you guys writing songs every week? Are you working on a record? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, thank you for asking. We were trying to just do new tracks, and it started there. We ended up having, I think we have about 10 tracks right now that are like new. One is fully fleshed out and recorded, and I'm actually talking with Kemble Walters. He's who I'm hoping. Uh, I hope he'll still mix this when this comes out. So I'm gonna say we're manifesting it, but we talk every now and then. I want him to mix the record, and then I want to send it to our guy that did our last two records, Wally J, of Crash Anthem and Skywind. But yeah, we're working on a ton of new material. Yeah, it's kind of it's. I wish I could show you because like we're trying to get ready to play live, to start playing live and doing that thing, get
Sure.
money rolling in again as a band, and like, but yet we want to like make the sausage in house. We want to produce and record ourselves because we have all this awesome gear. We have years of experience,
Yeah,
and just why outsource that at this point?
for sure. No, that makes a ton of sense. So you're working on a record, you're recording it yourselves, you got all the gear, you got all the
Yep.
talent to do it, and Wally's
Yep.
gonna produce it, I think, or master it or mix it or something.
He's definitely I definitely wanna do mastering. I think there's one song in particular we're gonna have him come in and produce it with us. But, yeah, I think we're gonna engineer it, produce it ourselves, send it to Kemble Walters for mixing,
Right. Okay.
and then back to Wally for mastering, and, I don't know, man. Am I too is it too egotistical to just wanna put it out on vinyl and nothing else,
Fuck no, not at all.
Okay, okay.
I don't think
I
so.
don't
I
know,
mean,
I
no, there's nothing egotistical about that. I mean, it's
cool.
your music, your choice. How do you want to do it? You know, just make it.
Yeah,
If it's accessible to people and they can get it however you want them to get it, that's great. Talked to a band not long ago that they specifically released only certain songs on a cassette version of their fucking record, and I'm like, well, fuck, like I don't have a cassette player, and frankly, sorry, dude, I'm not buying one just to hear these songs. But that's pretty rad that
yep,
you are committed to the form, whatever it is, and that you're gonna go do it the way you're gonna do it. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
we just
yeah,
all get to do this how we want to do it, and
yep,
people either are gonna come along and go hell yeah, or they're gonna go I guess it's not my thing. And either way,
yep,
it doesn't matter as long as you're happy with what the outcome is. As long as I'm happy with what
yep,
the outcome is, you know.
yep, absolutely. And that I think is why these new songs are feeling and sounding so much better, is like I think we're finally doing this for the right reasons. And yeah, I guess that's why I'm here talking to you, man. Like Yeah, I felt like you're that kind of guy too, and just having this conversation with you, man, I could talk to you forever, dude. I love talking music like this deep. You
For
know what
sure.
I
Me
mean?
too.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome, man. So when is this tentatively, when are you guys planning this to come out? I mean, is it coming out this year? Is it more likely 27? Like, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking 27, if
Okay.
I'm being honest.
Sure.
It's not that we couldn't, it's that I don't want to rush it. I want this, I've been accused of writing too fast many, many times. And if that's the case, not sorry, that's just how I do it. But,
Sure.
and yeah, I don't know, man. I think I'd rather just take our time and get these songs to fucking be as good as they can without overthinking it. And so I think if I'm being honest, 2027 sounds right on. And man, I'm definitely gonna send you one because
Please do.
I think you would appreciate it. Yeah,
Absolutely. Well, that's awesome.
cool.
So are there any upcoming shows yet, or are you waiting till this record is kind of ready before you start playing out again?
No, we're playing. We are committed to one show right now, September 11th at Flying V's. I believe it's in Minneapolis, but I also heard Robbinsdale, so I should probably verify that.
Cool.
But you know,
When is that
yeah,
show?
September 11th.
Oh, September 11th. Okay, got it. Cool.
Yep, yep. Never forget, but I don't want to use that punchline,
Yeah,
you know?
please. It's probably. Well,
So I had to make the joke. I'm sorry.
no, you totally did. Totally get it.
Okay.
Well, awesome,
Cool,
man.
cool.
One last thing. Where is the best
Yeah.
place if so people who are listening and they want to keep up with what's going on? Where should they follow you? Is it Instagram? Is it Facebook? Is it Bandcamp? Where?
Yeah, Instagram's probably where we'll actually respond,
Okay.
or Facebook. That's about it. But yeah, otherwise just come, check those for the shows, come to the shows, and yeah, come see like this with new blood. It feels really good right now. So yeah,
Awesome,
yeah,
man. Super excited for you.
cool.
But thanks
Thank you,
again,
man.
Tim. Yeah, thanks again for coming on and would love to catch up again soon.
Three Crows Club presents B-Side Breakdown. Holding on to yesterday.
All right, and that wraps up another episode of the B-Side Breakdown. I want to thank Tim Andrews from the band Arrows at Dawn for coming along to talk about their song Another Day in Paradise. In the background, you're listening to the song Tribute by Overthrow. If you'd like what you hear, please go back and listen to the previous episode because that's what it was all about. Up next, I have another conversation with the Iron Roses. Becky and Nat are here to talk about their song Dead Eyes on their upcoming record that comes out August 6th. So please be sure to tune into that. I want to thank Adam Coulong and Carrie Bozel for helping me put together the jingle you hear at the beginning and the end of this episode. For all updates about the B-Side Breakdown, go to bsidebreakdown.com. Please subscribe to this podcast wherever you get this podcast. Stay safe and sane out there, and we'll catch up on the next one. Thanks.
Wake up!